Good morning and welcome to the Monday edition of the Afternoon Drive right here on YouTube. Yours truly, Pastor Marty with you. Well, should I say this outright or do I need a shot of something before I can actually put a straight face together to tell you what I need to say? My beverage of choice today, I'm trying for the first time and I rather like it, California Raspberry Coca-Cola. That's actually not bad. Let convicted felons vote. Yes, this is the new brainstorm from Bernie the Socialist Sanders. Let convicted felons vote while they're still in prison. CNN is supposedly reporting that there's a poll out there that the vast majority of Americans are lining up with the democratic philosophies of how to run the country. What poll is this? What planet is it from? And where on earth did they gather a group of absolute intellectual, delinquent, arrogant buffoons that would actually poll that way? Is this a Frank Luntz poll group? I mean, they're delusional. They're absolutely delusional. Like the Jim Jones cultists, they just drink the Kool-Aid. I'm talking about CNN, the mainstream lying legacy corporate corrupt media. Do they really think if they keep propagating this hogwash and telling the American people this is what you believe, it's going to happen? Do they not realize we are in the 21st century? It isn't the 1970s anymore. It isn't the 1980s anymore. There aren't just the big three networks and CNN. That this revolution, which has taken place via the internet, with, I call it, the underground alternative real media, people aren't just programmed what to think anymore. People are actually thinking. Doesn't mean we always agree. Doesn't mean at times we don't get upset. And I tell people on my radio show, I don't care if you get mad at me as long as I made you think. But see, the old media and the Democrats, they don't want you to think. See, thinking comes from the word muse, to meditate on, to think through. They want to reach you as the amusement generation. Amusement is the opposite of thinking. It means, I don't want to think, entertain me. Just make me feel good. Make me happy. I want to play video games. I want to watch Netflix. I want to go to the amusement park. And CNN and PMSNBC and the rest of the lying legacy media and the Democrats really, really are counting on the fact they want you to be completely stupid. Let convicted felons vote. CNN is telling you that you go along with the Democratic ideas, like what? The Green New Deal? No gasoline combustion engines, no jet travel, no more space exploration, because that would require rocket fuel. Nobody be raping and killing the planet to make that happen. And in 12 years, we're all going to be dead. And if we don't get a grasp on climate change, no! And don't have babies. Stop reproducing. And of course, get rid of hamburgers because they come from farting cows. This is what the Democrats are putting out there. Then you got Beto O'Rourke. I mean, at first I just thought he was just a few fries short of a Happy Meal, but he's certifiably bat crap crazy. He is just an absolute dillweed who, in the 1980s was, hacking into computer system, the ultimate geek nerd. But he gave himself like a real tough online persona. And now he's just out there. He's apologizing for being male. He's apologizing for being white. He's apologizing. I mean, and now, he's calling, Netanyahu a racist. Really, the president of Israel, Prime Minister of Israel, is racist. Really. You just shake your head that every day these people just come out with more and more lunacy. Whether it's Kamala thinks she's a Hottie Harris, or Kirsten Gillibrand, which, why don't you just call it what it is? Dead campaign walking. Nobody's paying any attention to her. You got Yin Yang, who's out there. We just need to give everybody money. And you've got Nancy Botox Pelosi. We need to lower the voting age to 16. Sanders wants felons to vote. Nancy Pelosi wants 16-year-olds to vote. Hey, maybe if we lower the voting age to infancy, Democrats will stop trying to kill babies. Maybe abortion really does become a thing of the past if the parent by proxy can cast more than one ballot if they've got an infant. And if you bring them over to being democratic in their thinking and in their voting, why, the mommy can vote for herself and the infant. My point in all of this absurdity, this is the only way Democrats can get elected. And they're just now revealing it. Do you understand the gift that President Donald Trump is to us? Had he not been elected, had Hillary Rodham Clinton been elected, we would have never known about the coup. We would have never known how vile and corrupt members of the FBI and I would say even the NSA and the CIA in trying to steal an election with the whole phony Russian collusion. We wouldn't have heard about any Russian collusion nonsense. There'd have been no indictments. We would have hit the reset button with Russia, and we'd have been off to the races because the Clintons had personally profited from hundreds of millions of dollars in donations, and you talk about pay to play through that State Department she ran. Donald Trump's election, it ripped the curtain back on the swamp of Washington, and we're seeing how vile these people are. Right down to now, the Democrats aren't even pretending. They're showing you they want the border crisis because that's more votes. Let the illegals vote. Let the illegals vote. Let the felons vote. Let 16-year-olds vote. Let them vote in the womb. They're telling you that they've got nothing. And the only way they can come to power is to either have you so angry about something, i.e. midterm elections and Brett Kavanaugh, they purposely lied and stirred up the female vote in the midterm elections because they wanted you convinced Brett Kavanaugh would immediately overturn Roe versus Wade. Now, they're telling you post-birth abortion is okay. Have you ever noticed how socialists, and I'm talking about the real socialists like the Adolf Hitlers, they always have to have not only a group to hate, but a group to kill. The left loves to call Donald Trump Hitler. Really? I wasn't aware he tried to kill anyone. But these new socialist Democrats or democratic socialists, whatever they call themselves, they hate the Jews. So did Hitler. See, I can make those comparisons too. But who are they killing right now? Well, right now they're killing children. They don't want you to reproduce. They now are trying to make it palatable and acceptable for you to wrap your brain around the concept of maybe a post-birth abortion. If the baby was born with some type of deformity or abnormality, And they know they are so out of touch with the mainstream. They're so out of touch with normal America, decent America, that they want illegals to vote, felons to vote, children to vote. Are you getting this now? Absorb this. Process this. That's it. That's one of my rants for the day. I got a feeling another one or two could be coming on before evening gets here. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. Hit the bell. Get notification of my next rant.